What's up guys, Peyton here from Peyton James Media. Today we're going to go over mic placement. Alright, so mic placement is actually super important to make sure you're getting quality sound from your microphone for your recordings. I have an Audio-Technica AT2020 here, and it's just a $100 microphone. It's a condenser microphone, and I have this connected to my mic stand and the mic cable running through my audio interface into my computer. Okay, but as you can see on this, you might be able to see, I'm speaking into the front of it, even though it's tilted sideways like this. I'm speaking into the front of the microphone. So the way that I know this is on the back of the microphone, there is a label that says back, and a lot of people just might see this and think that it can record from all directions equally. It cannot. It is a cardioid microphone. You can learn more about that in my video about polar patterns, but this is a cardioid microphone, meaning that it only picks up from the front of the microphone. So I'm just going to tilt this towards you so you can see what it looks like on the top. As you can see what it looks like on the back right now, it looks very similar on the front. There's just that label here that says back, okay? So on the side here, it also looks like it might be something that you can talk to from the front. And I'll just give you a test of what that sounds like. I'm going to take my pop filter down and just turn this and show you. So you're seeing the back right here. If we move this, you'll see the top of the mic right here. Okay, and the front of the mic looks exactly the same as the back here, but this is, me talking into the front of the microphone. So if I were to move the mic and try to speak into the top right here, check 1 2, testing 1 2, check 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 check, hello hello hello, test test test, check 1 2, hello, test 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 test, check check check. As you can see, it's not going to sound nearly as good because the microphone doesn't pick up here at the top. Now, if I were to move to the back of the mic, check, check, hello, hello, test, test, check 1 2, test, test. As you can see, that clearly doesn't sound very great, right? That is why it's important to be able to place your microphone knowing where the pickup pattern is of the microphone. If I were to tilt this up, like have this be at the top here, and I'm speaking into the same side of the mic as I am now, it's going to be the exact same sound. It just needs to go into that direction. So a good way, if you have a microphone, is to check all the different angles and see if you're speaking into the correct side of the microphone. So if you're getting bad sounding audio with your new microphone or whatever, you might check it from different angles and make sure that you have it on the right setting and make sure that you're speaking on the right end of the microphone. All right, so that is the first thing to really check and make sure. Number 2 is you want it to be in level with your mouth. So right now I have it actually a little bit low for me, but I didn't want to have to block the camera. I'll show you here. I want it to be where I'm going to speak level into the microphone, okay? I want it to be directly in front of I want the microphone to be directly in front of my mouth. So if I do this, I don't know how this is going to look on camera. If I do this, I want it to be directly towards the mic capsule here. But if I go too far, if I go too close, we get what's called proximity effects. And without my pop filter, it's going to pop a lot, I'm sure. But even with the pop filter, we'll get what's called proximity effect, which makes it super bassy and just way more intense than we need it. And that can be good if you want that sort of effect, but if we get too close and do that, it's not going to sound as natural. So what I like to do, I'm just going to move back a little bit so you guys can see me okay. What I like to do, instead of getting up close like this with the proximity effect, right, I like to move back a few inches. So this is about, if I do this is about 7 inches, I'd say. So make it a little smaller, like 5 inches or so from the actual mic. So do that. and have my pop filter a couple inches away from the mic here to make sure that they catch everything. If you haven't seen my video about pop filters, go check that out. I'll link that below. But I want that to be about the distance that I wanna be at. Okay, so you want it to be level with your mouth. If you're setting it for somebody else and you notice that they're slouching a lot, or even yourself if you slouch a lot, or if I look down a lot, as you can see, it's not going to sound great if I'm looking away from the microphone, or if I'm not paying attention and I'm talking over here and I'm not speaking directly into the mic, right? So if we go off of the mic and we start looking around and talking, that's what's called being off axis of the microphone, off axis from its pickup pattern, which is right here, right? So we want to be within or about 5 inches, maybe even less, of the mic, and have it be at the right level so that we're picking up really good, clear sounding audio. So make sure that if you're setting it for yourself or somebody else, that you're not like way in close like this. It's just going to sound unnatural and super bassy, right? You don't want to be up like that. But you want to be mindful about how you're going to turn your head, right? If you're looking up here, you're not going to be able to hear it nearly as clearly, which you can fix a little bit in editing, but it's best to just get it right from the get-go, right? And then you also don't want to be super far away. I'm just going to go back a little bit too far so you can hear what that sounds like. So if I'm way back here, right, and I'm speaking in, I'm about, 1.5 feet away from the mic, that's not going to sound great either. You're going to pick up more of the room than you are my voice, and it's just not going to sound as full and clear. So you want it to be the right level, and you want to be speaking directly into its pickup pattern where it picks up the best. So I will be making a video about polar patterns so you can ensure that you're speaking into the right side of the microphone. But on the AT2020, it shows right here cardioid condenser, which means that it's round in the front. It's picking up great right here, but in the back, it's rejecting sound. So if you're trying to speak into the wrong side, it's also rejecting sound up here. If you're speaking into the wrong side, you're not going to get great sounding audio. It's just going to sound really bad. So sorry if you guys can't see me. I can't really see what this looks like. I don't have a flip out screen on my camera, so I'm just going to roll with it. But yeah, you want to make sure you're not talking over here. You're not talking into the wrong part of the microphone and getting the rejected audio, right? You want to make sure that you have a good level. Like if you don't set the right height, if you're going to be like up here and your mic's down here, it's not going to sound as good, right? You want it to be right within that pickup pattern and have it sound really full and clear. You don't want to be up way too close and have it sound super bassy and unnatural and just muddy, right? Like I said, do the hung loose thing, right? You just want to get back like 5 inches or so, have the pop filter a couple inches away, and there you go. So that is a really good sounding audio. This is what I use for all my recordings, is this microphone and about this placement, right? So just keep in mind, if you're going to have a pop filter in a microphone like this, it might block the camera view. If that's going to be an issue, you can do this. Let's do this. Rise a little bit lower. You're still going to hear me okay. It's not the best sounding thing right here, but you are able to see me a little bit better, hopefully, if I'm in frame, right? And this won't be in the way as much. I know you guys just don't want to see like this in front of my face the whole time, right? So I do that a lot in my videos too, but I'm also adding compression and a few other effects in my voice to make it sound a little bit better during the recording process. But yeah, that's basically how it sounds when you have great mic placement. So that's what you want to shoot for, is speaking directly into the microphone, not getting too close, not being way too far away, right? You're going to hear all that room noise and that's going to sound really thin and gross, right? Don't speak into the wrong part of the microphone. You want to know your polar pattern on your microphone, know where it picks up best, speak directly into that, set it at the right height for you, right? And have your pop filter a couple inches away from the mic and be about 5 inches away from the mic itself. And you'll be good to go. All right, guys, that is how you properly set up the mic for your vocal recordings. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.